Everyone is entitled to an opinion, but the silliest, most bird-brained comments I get very often are, "Oh, that's nice, but that is such a useless language you're learning." Or, "Why are you learning Hungarian? People only speak it in Hungary." Or, "You'd be better focusing on your Spanish. More people speak that than Malay." And I am willing to bet that people who have this opinion are either monolingual and have never tried learning another language, or they just have a very narrow worldview, very close-minded. The reason comments like this make me angry is not because I feel attacked or I'm like, "Oh my gosh, you're right, I should stop learning Hungarian, it is useless." It is just because they are so close-minded and have never had the joy and the beautiful experience of seeing how any language can open doors, even if you know just a little. My Indonesian is so weak, and my Vietnamese as well. I can just say small amount of things, but I've had opportunities where there were Indonesian diplomats sitting at the table behind me in a cafe, and I went and introduced myself. I'm like, "Hey, sorry, are you from Indonesia? Learned a little bit of Indonesian. What are you doing in South Africa?" And they were like, "Oh my gosh, how cool, hi." Made a new friend. Let's talk about Hungarian as an example. People are like, "Oh, Hungarian is so hard," which I agree with, but that doesn't stop me from trying. And people only speak Hungarian in Hungary, also not true. And Hungarians can speak English, so why don't you just use English? Are you a buffoon? First of all, it is so rewarding to learn a language. You get this feeling of, I'm developing a skill, I'm exercising my brain instead of brain rotting. I get to enjoy new music, new books, learn about a different culture, different history, and make new friends. So for Hungarian specifically, I've actually been on Hungarian TV twice. One was live, really exciting, really scary, but a milestone in my language learning journey. Was it useless to learn Hungarian? I mean, I appeared on morning TV. I'm pretty sure that's kind of a cool thing to happen when you have been learning a new language. I have discovered so many amazing music artists. I'll put their album covers or their names here. I would have never heard this incredible music if I had never started this language. I have made the most beautiful, kindest, wonderful friends who I would never have met had I not started this language I was really curious about. And I got a job in Hungary. If I didn't start learning Hungarian, I would have never Googled UX design agencies in Hungary, have never heard of this company, and would have never applied when I recognized the company name on a job post. And now I am moving to Hungary. Also, I know I keep saying I'm moving to Hungary. I will move soon. My visa is just taking forever. And I promise I'm not saying these things to brag about myself. I am saying these things to help bird-brained people understand just how many amazing doors a language can open. I started learning Japanese. You can argue, okay, only people in Japan speak it. Why aren't you learning French? Which I also am. And I got to do my internships in Japan. I worked for One Piece, the anime. I actually designed packaging for them, which was used in One Piece Tower, in Tokyo Tower, which has since closed down. But that is such a cool story and cool opportunity. Like, it was so enriching. And we had a church in Japan and did some Bible study in Japanese. And my faith grew so much during that time. I really feel like it shaped my relationship with God, just going to church in Japanese. The way I read the Bible in Japanese just is so different from how I read it and experience it in English. It's so hard to explain, but it just really grew me in my faith as well. Japanese was not useless in that sense. And I have also been humbled by this. So I used to say, I am never going to learn Spanish. It's so boring. I can speak French. I can understand enough Spanish. And then an online language academy contacted me and they're like, "Hey, do you want to take one of our courses and make a video about it?" So I was like, okay, cool. So I checked and they had German, French, English, business, English, and Spanish. You probably know who they are. And I was like, okay, well, German is too hard and it's Germanic and Afrikaans is Germanic, so I don't need it. Also very closed-minded thinking of me. French I could do already. Really didn't need business English or English. And then I was like, you know what? Let me just try Spanish. Reluctantly go to my Spanish lessons. I enjoyed it so much. Just the feeling of being like going from like 1% understanding Spanish to progressing super fast just because of the pace of the lessons, like four or five times a week for an hour, half an hour. Just the feeling of I am learning something new and developing was already rewarding in itself, let alone the opportunities and the doors that open from there. Access to movies without subtitles, understanding different humor. You know, even if you're watching with subtitles, they don't always match the humor or the nuance. That is exciting. Discovering new music, friends, etc. And also, I found a church in Hungary that does services in Hungarian and Spanish and English, but I'm planning to check that church out once I get there, because how rewarding is it to go to church in Spanish? That's also something that has been so rewarding to me with Spanish, is reading the Bible in Spanish, listening to Spanish worship music. Again, it's just a different way of thinking, a different way of expressing things. It's just, I cannot express more how incredible learning a language is, regardless of what language you're learning. With Vietnamese, I only did it for a little while. I would love to go back to it. Again, music, just absolutely loved it. I started learning Vietnamese because I accidentally downloaded a song. This was back in LimeWire days. I really think it was from LimeWire. And I thought it was a Korean song because I entered the name Mot, which is a Korean artist, M-O-T. But the word mot is one in Vietnamese, like mot hai ba, 1, 2, 3. And I accidentally downloaded a Vietnamese song. I was like, whoa, what is this? This is so weird. This is so cool. Started learning Vietnamese. Met amazing people, even got to message my favorite singer. Why is music always a part of this? I am tone deaf, but it's been very rewarding. Once on campus at university, I saw a Vietnamese person. What are the chances in South Africa that there is a Vietnamese person on my campus? Went up to them, xin chào, em đang học tiếng Việt. Hello, learning Vietnamese. We started talking and I could see they were so excited, like, I'm in this foreign country, someone is speaking my language, even though I just knew 10 sentences. It's these moments that make you feel like all of that time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears, curiosity, studying was worth it. So my final point is, no language is useless. No time is wasted learning something. And somebody else commented on a similar reel I made about this. I think it was actually Pat Creighton. Hi, Pat, if you're watching. You said, no time is wasted doing something that you love. Doesn't matter what language you're learning. If you enjoy the process of learning, discovering new things, that in itself is worth it. So don't let any small-minded person tell you, this is useless, you should be doing something else. Okay, well, what are you doing? I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this topic. Okay, I am done. Thank you for watching. Please share your stories and opinions in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.